when you narrowly avoid being roadkill. By the way this guy reacts to his discovery, we think he'll be taking an early retirement. Watch the way these bodyguards save their man from assassination. And then just let the guy go. The luckiness of your AirPod getting stuck in a drain officially cancels out the unluckiness of it falling down the drain. This is why you should never stake out at a leopard's house. 1 second later, and this kid would have been part of a 3-course meal at the bottom of the river. If this bus hadn't skidded in quite this same way, then the results could have been very different. If you narrowly avoid breaking every bone in your body, then you're allowed to do a cool walk-off. When driving on a foggy country road, be careful of helicopters. Yes, this is a soldier just casually walking through a minefield and coming out absolutely fine. How? Well, this is a Russian invention called a Terminator suit. Some people are just naturally talented at falling. This trucker was driving down an icy road when he saw 3 other rigs sliding around on the ice. Was this luck or some serious driving skills?
Me, dude. Jesus Christ.
Could there be anything worse than diving in raw sewage? Yes, diving in slurry. When this man fell during a climb in the Colorado mountains, teams from the National Guard and Mountain Rescue came to his aid ASAP. Proof that working in the pits doesn't make you any less of a sportsman.
It's acrobatic right here. That's what you think these guys that work in the pits are not athletes?
This is not what you want to see when you're out for a relaxing boat ride.
Oh my God, are we gonna make it over?
Luckily, his reflexes were even quicker than his bike. And speaking of quick reflexes, here's when a cake in the face goes wrong. Yes, it's our old friend, the emergency brake. Or lack of it. Afraid of heights? Well, this guy should be too. When all those times doing donuts in empty parking lots pays off. This teacher decided to prove to 40 students that bulls only attack if attacked, and this is the astonishing result. An amazing example of how gentle a bear can be, although Akimbo still wouldn't recommend sitting down next to one. Hey! And now here's some water-based road rage. Sea rage? When an F1 race looks more like Mario Kart. Fun fact from Akimbo, Moose hates cyclists just as much as other road users do. Let's give this guy the benefit of the doubt and say that he meant to do it this way. If you put a warning sign out, then drivers will respect it, right? Well, maybe not. It's not often you see a hole-in-one, and even less often you see one backwards. When this diver was asked if he could find an iPhone someone had lost in the water, the last thing he expected was to find it still working.
I got it! And I got it for that dude. Oh, it still works!
And now some dramatic rescue footage. But how do you rescue a baby from the back of a truck stuck in floodwater? Well, with a bag, of course.
this is the $1, you would have made a great deal.
When you could have won $1 but walk away with $675,000? Yeah, that's quite lucky. Luckily, he was fine, but sometimes you have to lend yourself a helping hand. Given the amount of time it takes for us to hear that tree hit the floor, this guy is lucky he has a reliable safety harness. This guy decided to use his head, but in entirely the wrong way. If you hear something moving around in your ceiling, it's sometimes preferable to find a rat up there. Some people are so good at football that having eyes is optional. It's not often you get to combine the two skills of ball tossing and drowning. And here's a 1 in a million billion shot. If you come across an angry elephant in the wild, then a motorcycle is not the best vehicle to be on. Luckily, this truck driver was around to help out. Not what most people mean when they talk about raising the roof. Yes, happy birthday to that chair. We think this is probably more skill than luck. Either that or this guy really wanted to win the teddy bear you see at the end. Another example of using your head. Literally. One of the only times you'll ever hear Santa use profanity. So here's why they never use humans for this job. Luckily, there were no kids in that play area at the time. Narrowly avoiding a shark is just another day at the office for these guys. When you're just having a normal day at work, and then you pull a massive amethyst cluster out of the earth. For some people, their luck is even greater than their stupidity. Sometimes it helps to be able to jump like a video game character. And now, you're about to see 3 seriously lucky people. At first, this kid seems like the responsible one. At first. This is footage of a random explosion in downtown LA. Nobody knows what caused it. When your ladder says nope, this may be the luckiest shot ever, or the most annoying for the other team. Luck or skill? Either way, here's the world's strangest wheelie. If you're a diver and you see a Goliath grouper heading for you, then you head upwards. When a local man won the lotto twice within a few minutes at the very same store, that store suddenly became the go-to place for everyone to buy their lotto tickets.
I won $1,000 one time on a crossword puzzle.
The store also sold a $25,000 scratcher last month and a $30,000 ticket last year.
This car was in the wrong place at the wrong time, but luckily, the light was the right color. If you're unlucky enough to be this close to a tornado forming, then you at least can get some good footage. That guy on the floor had some real balls, and luckily still does. This This guy won $273 million on a lottery ticket, and then left that lottery ticket in the convenience store. If it wasn't for an incredibly honest cashier, this could have been the worst day of his life.
His tickets were here on the counter, so I put them for safekeeping under our register.
There's not many people that are honest like that.
I think we can all agree that this move's rightful place is in a Marvel movie. Yes, those were the luckiest people caught on camera, and we're the luckiest channel on YouTube to have subscribers like you. What, you haven't subscribed yet? Why not? Do it now and join the Akimbo family!